Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a second episode on personal development success. And particularly today, we're going to talk about self-awareness. You might have noticed that at times something happens and you just react. You just burst out, you snap at someone, you go on for a tangent, and only later on you realize that you really overreacted. Have you been there? I certainly have. And so today what we're going to do is really look at your self-awareness and how you can next time around prevent things to go pear-shaped and become more constructive because of more emotional intelligent behavior. So yes, Emotional Intelligence Accelerator Session 2. So we're looking here again at the overall visualization of self-recognition. Again, as I said earlier, it comprises 5 subcategories. The one that we already touched on earlier was self-appreciation, acceptance, and confidence in yellow. Today, we're looking at the red one, which is self-awareness/understanding. So that's the one here. So let's just say again that we have calculated and measured that your score is as follows. We found that your self-awareness in this case is rather low. It is only 20%, leaving a big gap of 80% left to develop, which means this individual is not very self-aware at all. This person doesn't even really get it, where emotions are coming from and how to actually deal with it in a constructive manner. So what does it really mean? Let's have a look. First of all, self-awareness is, as a definition, you could say it's a conscious, deliberate reflection on your personal identity, your personal image, your feelings, your motives, and your desires in the context of various situations. So whether those situations are personally, in terms of internally, yourself, or it is intrapersonally, where you actually are having a relationship with your romantic partner, or you are dealing with colleagues at work, or you've got clients that you're actually visiting and dealing with. Self-awareness really is here, your conscious, deliberate reflection of all of those situations all together. It is also about empathy and understanding of yourself. Now, again, it's not about you beating yourself up. It's about you kind of really being able to notice what's happening inside of you and deal with it in a constructive manner. It is also you knowing why emotions occur, so that you don't just feel the puppet of your emotions and that you're having the roller coaster emotional effect all the time. Now, again, in this case, 20%, what does it mean? What can we actually learn to actually be more constructive for ourselves and develop our emotional intelligence along the way? Well, first things first, it's time to relax. It's important that you give yourself an opportunity to be kind and compassionate with yourself. Calm your mind and refresh your emotions. It's about practicing self-care. Even just 5 minutes a day make a whole world of difference. So the next thing is about listening to yourself. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. Note the things that are positive, constructive, and those that make you happy. Be aware of negatives and stressors. Create positive thought and action patterns that improve both performance and your overall mental well-being. Be patient and persistent with the journey. It's a whole mouthful, but again, it comes down to listen to yourself. If you want to improve your self-awareness, how could you ever get there without really taking notice of what goes on inside? So take time to breathe, take time to slow down, take time to assess and kind of feel through it all rather than putting it aside and tucking it away, which a lot of people tend to do at times. Last but not least, it's about centering yourself, grounding yourself, because emotions are always experienced in the present tense. So be aware of the influence of the past and the future with respect to your feelings. Choose to release your emotional baggage. I cannot really stress how important healing is on a regular basis. And I'm not just talking about the healing of physical wounds. We also have our emotional wounds. And so about letting them go, channeling that energy is super critical. It's about you clearing yourself up once in a while, almost get rid of the internal household of the stuff that no longer serves you. Because if you don't, your household internally, it will burst out of its seams because too much junk will be kept in there and you kind of want to always eliminate it as you go. So choose to release your emotional baggage. Focus on the here and now. You know, a lot of people right now, especially in Western society, they're either too much living in the past or too much, reaching for the stars in the future and not enough appreciating what they got now in the here and now. So schedule mindfulness time at the beginning, middle, and the end of your day. That in itself will help you to become way more self-aware. We'll continue our journey in the next video. If you like this, give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment or question below.